Welcome back, the followers of Stoic Wisdom by Zeno. Let's get real for a minute. Have you ever noticed how some people just seem to thrive on pushing your buttons? They interrupt, make snarky comments, or act like your time, your feelings, and your space don't matter. And what are we supposed to do about it? Smile and let it slide? Just brush it off as if it's no big deal? Well, I'm here to tell you, it is a big deal, and you don't have to accept it. Not anymore. If you're tired of letting people step on you, if you're done sacrificing your peace for the sake of keeping the peace, this is the wake-up call you've been waiting for. It's time to protect yourself. Time to stop tolerating disrespect. Time to guard your peace and reclaim your freedom. You don't owe anyone the privilege of treating you like your worth is up for debate. And guess what? You have the power to stop it. You are in control. It's not about being aggressive, it's about being clear. It's about setting boundaries and making sure they're respected. This is your life, your space, your emotions, your choices, and no one has the right to trample on that. Now, I'm not saying it's always easy. Sometimes it can feel like you're fighting an uphill battle, like you're the only one who sees how toxic or manipulative people can be. But here's the truth. When you step back and refuse to engage in their drama, when you stand tall and protect yourself, you're doing something powerful, something that builds your confidence and strengthens your spirit. So, if you're ready to take control and stop letting anyone steal your peace, stick with me. Because today, we're diving into some brutally honest, no-nonsense ways to handle disrespect without losing your cool and without compromising your self-respect. Let's do this. Reclaim your power, step up, and let's set some boundaries. It starts right now. And don't forget to hit that like button if you're ready to stop letting anyone mess with your peace. Hit subscribe, join this journey, and share your own experiences in the comments. We're in this together, and I'm here to help you stand tall. Number 1. Can you stay calm and confident when people disrespect you? Here's how. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where someone disrespected you and all you wanted to do was react? Maybe you wanted to yell, snap back, or even just make them feel as bad as they made you feel. It's tempting, right? But what if I told you that staying calm instead of reacting impulsively is actually one of the most powerful tools you can use to handle disrespect? That's exactly what Stoic philosophy teaches us, how to keep our inner peace when the world around us is trying to knock us off balance. Imagine you're in a meeting and someone cuts you off, dismisses your ideas, or makes a rude comment. Your first instinct is probably to get defensive, or maybe even start to question your own worth. But here's the Stoic secret. None of that external noise has to affect you unless you let it. You don't have to take their disrespect personally, because how you respond is completely in your control. The Stoics were all about mastering your emotions. They believed that the only thing we can truly control in life is how we react to things. So when people disrespect you, the lesson is this. It's not about what they say or do. It's about how you choose to respond. This is where your power lies. Take a moment and think about it. Have you ever reacted to someone's disrespect and felt worse afterward? I know I have. You might feel this rush of anger or frustration, and it feels good for a moment. But then, as the emotion fades, you realize it didn't make you feel any better. In fact, it probably made the situation worse. That's the trap. When we react, we give them the power to control our emotions. It's like handing them the keys to your peace and saying, "Here, drive me crazy for a while." Now, picture this. Instead of reacting, you stay calm. You take a deep breath and you choose to stand tall, both physically and emotionally. You don't get dragged into their negativity. You stay confident and you keep your peace. You hold on to the idea that you're in control of how you feel. And trust me, that looks a whole lot stronger than someone who snaps back or gets visibly upset. You can think of it like being a rock in a river. The river is rushing by with all its force, but you're not moving. You're solid. The water, or in this case the disrespect, can flow around you, but it won't change you or take you off your path. Just like a rock, you stay unshaken by things that try to disturb your peace. Here's something I've learned. When you remain calm, people who try to disrespect you often don't know what to do. They're used to triggering reactions, and when they don't get one, they often back off. I've had times where I've chosen silence and calm over reacting, and honestly, the feeling afterward is one of empowerment. It's like a quiet victory, one that no one can take away from you. So, next time someone disrespects you, remember this: your peace is your power. And you don't need anyone else's permission to stay calm and confident. The world might try to knock you down, but your ability to stay grounded is what will set you apart. Just like the Stoics would say, it's not the events themselves that disturb us, but our judgments about them. So, choose to see these moments as opportunities to practice your inner strength. You've got this. The real power comes from your ability to rise above the noise and keep your head high. If you found these lessons on handling disrespect and building resilience helpful, imagine how this mindset can transform your life. By embracing Stoic principles, you're taking control of your peace and power. If you believe this content can make a difference for you or someone you care about, hit like, subscribe, and share it with others who might benefit. Your feedback matters. Share your thoughts in the comments and let's keep the conversation going. We're here to grow together, so don't be shy to contribute and reflect on how these lessons have impacted you. Number 2. How can you stay calm and confident when disrespected? Have you ever been in a situation where someone disrespects you and all you want to do is snap back? Maybe it's a rude comment, someone cutting you off in a conversation, or even a passive-aggressive remark meant to get under your skin. It happens to all of us. But how do you stay calm and confident when someone's trying to throw you off balance? It's tough, right? Here's the truth. The key to staying calm when disrespected is learning how to control your reactions. This isn't about letting people walk all over you or ignoring bad behavior. It's about staying grounded and keeping your cool, no matter what's being thrown at you. And the best way to do that? Look no further than Stoic philosophy. The Stoics teach us that we cannot control what other people do or say, but we can control how we respond. It's a simple yet powerful idea. Instead of reacting emotionally, we can choose to pause, breathe, and respond with calm and clarity. The next time someone disrespects you, try taking a deep breath and reminding yourself, I control my reaction, not their behavior. I've had plenty of experiences where I let disrespect get the best of me. I'd argue back, feel hurt, or let my emotions spiral. But over time I realized that letting other people dictate my emotions only gave them power. Once I understood that my peace and confidence come from within, I stopped allowing people to mess with my head. Here's a little advice I wish I had known sooner. Don't give anyone the power to disturb your inner calm. A great Stoic quote to remember here is from Marcus Aurelius, who said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." It's a reminder that your reaction is within your control. Someone may try to disrespect you, but how you respond is entirely up to you. You don't need to engage in every battle, especially the ones that drain you. Picture this. You're having a conversation with someone who's constantly interrupting you. Maybe they're trying to one-up you or belittle your opinions. Now, the old me would have gotten frustrated, maybe even snapped back with some biting remark. But instead, I chose a different approach. I took a step back, stayed quiet, and let them talk. And you know what happened? They eventually noticed that I wasn't reacting. They got uncomfortable because my silence was stronger than any words I could have said. Sometimes silence speaks louder than anything else. This is where the power of staying calm comes in. You don't need to meet negativity with more negativity. When someone is being rude, they're often looking for a reaction, whether it's an argument, a defensive remark, or a heated debate. By choosing to stay calm, you take away their power. You show them that their behavior doesn't affect you. You remain unshaken, confident in who you are. Think about it like this. Have you ever tried to argue with someone who stayed completely calm and collected? It's frustrating, right? You can't get under their skin. You might even start questioning why they're so unaffected. That's exactly the power you gain when you remain calm in the face of disrespect. You become untouchable. You become someone who isn't easily moved by the opinions or actions of others. Staying calm isn't about suppressing your emotions or pretending that disrespect doesn't bother you. It's about choosing your response. It's about realizing that your worth isn't tied to how others treat you. You can stay confident even when someone is trying to shake you. You can stand tall, stay grounded, and walk away, knowing that their opinion doesn't define you. So the next time someone disrespects you, remember this. You have the power to stay calm and confident. You don't need to argue, defend, or explain yourself. Your peace is worth more than any temporary victory in a confrontation. Take a breath, stay grounded, and show the world that you're unshakable. Stay calm, stay confident, and remember, you've got this. Number 3, are you protecting your boundaries or letting people walk all over you? When we talk about dealing with people who don't respect you, one of the most powerful ways to protect your peace is through something simple, yet incredibly important: setting and defending your boundaries. The truth is, people who don't respect you often push those boundaries, sometimes even without realizing it. They interrupt, make rude comments, or disregard your time and feelings. And here's where you have a choice. You can either let them trample over your boundaries, or you can stand firm, reminding them, and yourself, that you deserve respect. Stoic philosophy teaches us that we can't always control the actions of others, but we can control how we respond. This means protecting our space, emotionally, mentally, and physically. Think about it. Every time someone crosses a boundary, it's like they're stepping on your garden, trampling all over the flowers you've carefully planted. But if you don't stand up and put a fence around your garden, eventually it'll be nothing but dirt and weeds. Defending your boundaries isn't just about saying no when necessary. It's about respecting your own time, energy, and emotional well-being. If you don't do it, no one else will. Here's a metaphor for you. Imagine your personal space is like a fortress. You have the drawbridge, the walls, and the guards. You get to decide who's allowed in and who isn't. If someone keeps trying to cross that drawbridge without permission, it's your responsibility to lower the drawbridge for the right people and keep it up for those who don't respect your boundaries. It's not about being cold or harsh. It's about making sure that only those who honor your space get to enter. I've been there myself. I used to let people cross my boundaries all the time. I didn't want to cause a scene or hurt anyone's feelings, so I kept my drawbridge down. But eventually, I found myself exhausted, frustrated, and resentful. It took me a while to realize that setting boundaries isn't about pushing people away. It's about protecting my own peace. When I finally learned to say no, to speak up when something wasn't okay, I felt like I was taking back control over my own life. Think about how often we let small things slide, especially when we're trying to avoid conflict. Someone interrupts us during a conversation, and we stay quiet. Someone makes a passive-aggressive comment, and we laugh it off. But every time we do that, we're essentially lowering our drawbridge to allow disrespect. Over time, we build up resentment, and that's when our inner peace starts to erode. So, how do you protect your boundaries? It starts with knowing what you will and won't tolerate. Ask yourself, what am I willing to accept? What is non-negotiable? Once you have those answers, you'll be ready to stand up for yourself. And if someone pushes back, well, that's where your strength comes in. Don't back down. You don't have to explain yourself endlessly. Your boundaries are yours, and they deserve to be respected. Here's a piece of advice. Don't wait until you're frustrated or overwhelmed to set a boundary. It's like waiting until your garden is completely destroyed before you build the fence. Start small. If someone interrupts you, speak up. If someone takes too much of your time, kindly let them know your limits. The more you practice, the easier it gets. And soon, you'll find that your fortress, your boundaries, become stronger and more respected. Remember, protecting your boundaries is one of the most empowering things you can do. It's about showing up for yourself, treating yourself with the respect you deserve, and creating a life where you're not just surviving, but thriving. So, take a moment today to reflect. Are you protecting your boundaries or letting people walk all over you? The choice is yours. Number 4, can you respond to negativity without losing yourself? When someone disrespects you, it can feel like an invitation to step into their drama. It's easy to react, to snap back, or to try to defend yourself. But here's the big question. Can you respond to negativity without losing yourself in the process? Can you stand firm, grounded in your own sense of self, and still keep your dignity intact? The answer is yes. In fact, it's one of the most empowering things you can do. Think about it. When someone disrespects you, they're throwing their negativity into your space, trying to drag you into their world. They want to see you flustered, defensive, maybe even upset. They're trying to shake you, make you doubt yourself, or knock you off balance. But you don't have to play along. You can stay true to yourself, rooted in your inner peace, and let their words or actions just roll off your back. Let's take a moment to reflect on a simple metaphor. Think of yourself as a tree standing strong in the wind. The wind may blow hard, trying to shake your branches, but your roots are deep. They can't move you. The wind can be disrespect, harsh words, or negative behavior. But just like that tree, you don't have to bend or break. You stand tall. This is where Stoic philosophy comes in. Stoics believe that our peace and happiness should not depend on external circumstances, like how others treat us. The key to peace is learning to control what we can, our reactions, and letting go of what we can't. In this case, we can't control how someone else behaves, but we can control how we respond. I remember a time when someone made a rude comment about my work. Normally, I would have tried to explain myself, maybe even get defensive. But that day, something clicked. I didn't react. I stayed silent. I held my ground, and I just let the silence speak for itself. It felt like a quiet power, a way of saying, I'm not engaging with this negativity. I don't need to defend myself to you. And you know what? It was powerful. That person didn't know how to respond, and it ended there. No drama, no confrontation, just peace. What I learned from that moment is this: negativity thrives on a reaction. It needs your energy to grow. But when you refuse to give it your energy, when you stay calm and unbothered, it starts to lose its power. The other person is left with nothing to work with. It's like trying to light a fire without any fuel. The flame just dies out. So, what can you do when you're faced with negativity? The first step is to stop taking it personally. It's easy to believe that someone's rude comment is about you, but often it's not. It's more about them. Maybe they're dealing with their own frustrations or insecurities, and they're projecting that onto you. Remember, their disrespect says more about their lack of self-awareness than it does about you. Next, take a deep breath. Pause. Don't rush into a reaction. Let the moment pass. You don't have to respond to every negative comment. Sometimes, silence is the strongest reply. It shows that their words don't have the power to control you, that you're above the petty behavior they're trying to drag you into. And here's another piece of advice. Know your worth. The more you understand your own value, the less likely you are to let others make you feel small. You don't need their approval, their validation, or their respect. You have everything you need within you. At the end of the day, responding to negativity without losing yourself is a practice, not a one-time event. It's about building that inner strength and resilience every time you choose peace over reaction. So, the next time someone disrespects you, ask yourself, can I rise above this? Can I stand firm in my own peace? And remember, you absolutely can. If you found these lessons on handling disrespect and building resilience helpful, imagine how this mindset can transform your life. By embracing Stoic principles, you're taking control of your peace and power. If you believe this content can make a difference for you or someone you care about, hit like, subscribe, and share it with others who might benefit. Your feedback matters. Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep the conversation going. We're here to grow together, so don't be shy to contribute and reflect on how these lessons have impacted you. Number 5. Are you letting disrespect drain your energy? Here's how to build resilience. We've all been there. Someone disrespects us, crosses our boundaries, and we're left feeling small or angry. But have you ever stopped to think, why are you letting them drain your energy? Why are you allowing their negativity to affect your mood or your day? Building resilience is about understanding that your peace of mind is in your hands. It's about choosing how you respond, not just reacting out of frustration or hurt. And when it comes to handling people who don't respect you, resilience is your best defense. Stoic philosophy teaches us that we cannot control other people's actions, but we can control how we respond to them. This is the core of building resilience. It's about developing the strength to face challenges and disrespect with a calm mind and a strong heart. It's easy to get caught up in the drama and let someone else's bad behavior dictate your mood. But true resilience comes when we choose not to let others shake our inner peace. Think about it like this. Imagine you're standing on a bridge. The winds are strong and the waves are crashing below. People are standing on the sidelines, shouting insults, trying to make you stumble. But instead of letting those shouts blow you off balance, you stand firm. You remember that the strength you need to stay grounded comes from within you, not from the people trying to push you. The bridge doesn't fall apart because of the waves. It stands strong despite them. Your resilience works in the same way. You don't need to fight the waves or shout back at the people. You just need to stand tall and let the winds pass by. In my personal life, I remember a time when I was working on a team project, and one person consistently undermined my ideas. At first, I felt frustrated. I thought, why can't they just respect me? But after a while, I realized that my frustration was giving them exactly what they wanted: control over my emotions. Once I shifted my mindset and stopped letting their disrespect affect me, I noticed something powerful. They stopped trying to get under my skin. It wasn't because I fought back. It was because I stopped reacting. My peace became more important than their approval. A great Stoic principle comes from Epictetus, who said, "We are disturbed not by what happens to us, but by our thoughts about what happens." This couldn't be truer when it comes to building resilience. Someone might try to disrespect you, but what really matters is how you interpret and respond to that situation. Are you going to let it ruin your day, or are you going to choose to rise above it? Resilience doesn't mean you have to be tough all the time or ignore your feelings. It's about knowing when to stand your ground and when to walk away. It's the balance between strength and wisdom. It's realizing that your time and energy are precious, and you shouldn't waste them on people who don't appreciate you. You have the power to say, "I won't let this affect me," and then move forward with your life. So, here's the advice. Next time someone disrespects you, take a moment, breathe. Remind yourself that their behavior does not define you. You don't have to fight every battle or respond to every insult. Your resilience is built in these quiet moments, when you choose peace over conflict, wisdom over anger. You have the ability to rise above it all, not by fighting harder, but by staying grounded in your own worth. Remember, resilience isn't just about bouncing back after something happens. It's about growing stronger with every challenge. The more you practice choosing your response, the more resilient you become. And when you start seeing how much control you really have over your peace, that's when true power kicks in. Stand tall, stay grounded, and let the winds of disrespect blow right past you. In conclusion, handling disrespect is all about choosing how you respond, not letting others dictate your emotions. By embracing resilience, silence, and self-respect, you empower yourself to stay grounded in any situation. Remember, you have the strength within you to rise above negativity and protect your peace. The more you practice these principles, the more unshakable you'll become. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who might need a reminder to stand tall. I'd love to hear about your personal experiences. Drop a comment below and let's talk.